Hello everyone, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and welcome to the fourth and final card of my Perennial Lavender class. And this card, I am championing. You know what I'm trying to say. I am showing off our gorgeous designer series paper. So I've just chosen my favorite of the whole pack of paper, and you can see that paper in the introduction, and I have chosen it and just made a little label here using the Perennial postage dies just to have a little bit of an additional image, but letting this designer series paper sing. So for this card, before we start, I'm using Painted Lavender, just the stamp set. I am using the Perennial postage bundle, so I am using, and I will get the correct one here. Yes, I am using the largest of the nesting stamp dies of these ones, and then you've got the two really big ones, but I'm using the largest one here. And of course I have taken the paper from the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. So let's get going with stamping our label here. So I'm just going to pop the stamps. Actually, I'm going to put the Painted Lavender on top because I am using the most out of there. Now, I did make one card with Happy Mother's Day. I didn't need to make multiples because I've only got one mum, and my mother-in-law has not been around for a very, very long time. So I ended up making two of these, but I only need one. So I'm going to earmark the other one for myself because using all my favorite colors. And for the second one, I use Simply Marvelous, and lots of other people in my team and customers have used Big Hugs, but you can use any sentiment that fits in there. So I'm just going to leave this card here so we can see what we are doing. And the ink colors we are using: Gorgeous Grape, Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, and Shaded Spruce. So I think I want to start with the Shaded Spruce. If you can hear giggling in the background, it is my son Owen. God knows what he is watching, but he's having a lovely time and giggling. So I didn't even tell him I was filming this video. Sorry, I'm molting here because I've washed my hair today. I have taken, the first image is this greenery image, and we are going to bring it to life with these tiny lavender stamps. A lot of people really didn't know how they could use this stamp. So, well, not quite inked up enough, but you can use it in a couple of different ways. So I've just created a little greenery grass at the bottom. Now, in a few times I have made this card, I have stamped on it too quickly and transferred some of the ink, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to close this Shaded Spruce up, and I'm going to grab our Gorgeous Grape. So we're going to give it a little time to soak in and dry because my Shaded Spruce is particularly juicy. So Gorgeous Grape and our sentiment. You may want to stamp this off to see if you're getting it straight, all of those things. I'll just re-ink it one more time for good luck. That's not too shabby. I'm quite happy with that. Gives me a bit of room above and below to do some extra stamping. I am finished with this one, so let's close it up. So next I'm going to come in with our Highland Heather. So this is kind of the perfect in a distance lavender colour. There we go. just get that moving. That's a little stiff, even though I do use it all the time. So we have this tiny image here that I have just put on an B block. I find the A blocks are, I like to be able, the A blocks are too small because I like to be able to see around the image and where it's going. So I just stamp on and then I stamp off a little further up. I may do it the opposite way this time, just to add in a bit of interest. So, and that one. So I have just created that whole greenery area into a grove of lavender, which I love. So finish with the Highland Heather, and our final colour is Fresh Freesia. And I am also going to add the tinsiest bit of blending with the Fresh Freesia. So I'm going to use this image here just to add some fluttering flowers in the air, which is why I wanted to do my sentiment first, so then I can make all the flowers go around the sentiment. So I kind of would like something up there. I like that, and maybe two down here with a touch of a third. Now, because I made this totally together, I think I don't want to add any more, because I'm also going to grab some of our brushed brass butterflies to just add a finishing touch. Now, while I have this here, I have my pink and purple, well, this is really, yeah, dark pink and purple brush. So I'm going to get this fairly light and just go around the edge. Yes, am I going to do the bottom? Do I need to do it? No. Will I just with the tinsiest bit? So this just gives it a little bit of prominence when we put it onto the paper. So I'm just going to get rid of that notification and another notification that no one needs to see. Okay. I really should take off my watch when I'm doing these, but anyway. Okay, so that is all done. I barely used any ink. So that is our whole label completely done. And now we are simply up to assembly. These are super quick cards to put together. A great way of jazzing up not that it needs jazzing up, our designer series paper, because it's got a couple of patterns that would work really well. Now, because I've used ink on here, just a couple of squirts of water and give it a clean, because I don't want to get ink on any of my other cardstock that doesn't require extra ink. So that is all clean and dry. So, as I noted in the other videos, this designer series paper does not have Pool Party in it. So this greenery here is actually Lost Lagoon, but Lost Lagoon and Pool Party are best friends, as in they're colour partners. So I have used Pool Party because I do have a roll. Now this just retired. This is the crinkle ribbon from Celebration, and I just thought it went perfectly across to give an anchoring point to our label. So you could also use the Pool Party grosgrain ribbon. It would work just as well, but I really like the look of the crinkles. So that's what that one looks like. And you could put 2 rows of it. And this is the crinkle that we used because I was making these cards while Celebration was on. But unfortunately, Celebration has now concluded until next year. So I apparently have not scored this very well at all. No, that is fine. That will go exactly like that. I do want to put my ribbon on before I pop this down, and I am going to use some glue dots. So I'm just going to pop a series of maybe 4 glue dots all the way along the designer series paper, adhere the ribbon, and then pop on our label. So let me put these across. You could tie this ribbon if you wished. That would look really nice, but I'm not. Okay, so that is somewhere around there. And because the ribbon is crinkled, you can't see where the ribbon adheres to the glue dot. With the grow grain, I would definitely recommend using a knot or a bow to hold on the ribbon to the card, just because you do see, if you push too hard, where the ribbon adheres. Where, because this is the crinkle ribbon, you don't really see it. Okay, so that is across. It's floaty, it's working, and I just think the pool party colour just works so well. So, and this is the B-side. It is just scrumptious. And would you believe I have no more of this paper left? I have used it all. But that's okay. There is always more paper. I can always purchase another pack if I so wish. So we have that, and our label is here. And just excuse my froggy throat. Going to grab some dimensionals if they want to come out of the packet, which of course never happens. So because we are going over the ribbon and it is a bit bulkier of ribbon, I want to go top. And what's happened with this one? This one has no sticky on it, but it's very sticky, so I'm just going to remove it so it doesn't stick everywhere. So top and bottom, because the ribbon will support the lower center area. And if I really want, because this is a larger label, I can like pop one about there, which I think I will do. So pop one around there, and then our ribbon can go perfectly just across there. Nice. Grab our Take Your Pick tool with the crafter's tips, which are additional to the Take Your Pick tool. Okay. This one at the bottom corner is probably a bit too high, but we will definitely make it work. Okay, grab all these bits out of the way. So we have our side folding landscape card base. Now you could have this card as portrait, that is fine. I just wanted to do something a little bit different and make it into a landscape card, because sometimes it's nice to have differently orientated cards in your stash. But I do always try to make sure my cards are side folding. So if the recipient wants to pop it on a sideboard or entertainment unit, table, wherever they're going to put it, that it does stand up. So I'll show you what I mean. So when they pop it down, it stands up, where sometimes if you do a card like that, it can sag. But I find if you have a nice side fold, it does sit beautifully. And I do just have enough wiggle room. That did move the tinsiest bit while I was doing that. So this is all sticky. We can put it I think there's a bit of a bare area there, so rather, I think I've done it both ways. Where's the other card? I have orientated one right and one left. So I just look at the designer series paper, and I think I find this side a bit more interesting. So I'm going to pop this one here. So all personal choice there. And to finish up, we shall grab our brushed brass butterflies. I can say much easier now than at the start of the video. And I'm sure they're going to take these away as soon as everyone has the hang of how to say brushed brass butterflies. You do have to say it deliberately and slowly. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this off using the take your pick tool if it wants to come off. So I'm just going to put a large one just because we have the space here. This one looks like it wants to come off. So a large and a small together there, going in different directions because butterflies never fly in a linear direction, and just one up here. And I think that finishes off our project perfectly. So that is that. So nice and simple, still showcasing the designer series paper, but very much grabbing some of the smaller elements from the Painted Lavender set and making them sing. And we did grab the sentiment from Perennial Postage. You can use whatever sentiment you would like. I did use the Perennial Postage dies, so you can buy those as a bundle till the end of April. Then I'm not quite sure what they are doing with them as yet. I've used the Brush Brass Butterflies. I did use the Pool Party Crinkle Ribbon. I'm sorry you can't purchase that, but you can most certainly use the Pool Party Grow Grain Ribbon. So let's go over those colours. I've used the same colours basically all the way through. Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, and Shaded Spruce. If you haven't seen my first 3 videos for this class, please go and watch them. If you have watched everything through, thank you so much for purchasing or earning my class, and I hope you got some inspiration, tips and tricks. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and tell me which card out of all 4 is your favorite. I have troubles picking favorites with this suite because I love everything I do with it, all for different reasons. I hope to look forward to seeing you next time in another class, and I'll see you there. Bye.